Alright boys, today we're gonna do a bit of a complaining session while doing just a couple summons on Bond. We're doing 5 multis. But needed an excuse to rant about Bond and how I hate his design, so let's get into it. First we'll watch the first multi, we'll see. Okay, yeah, perfect. Already starting off angry, just feeling my hatred, you know? So Bond, I don't know, if you haven't seen any showcases, right, I'd suggest you do so first. I got a couple on my channel. I was gonna record another one today, but I really don't want to because I just get angry using him. Bond's whole thing, right, is the sacred treasure, right? He's sacred treasure Bond, right, which is super important to 7 deadly sins. So he wants to work well with 7 deadly sins. I don't want to use the word support. And I want to use I don't want to use any other word to describe it except he's supposed to work with them, right? Which he doesn't, because I don't know, for whatever reason they thought giving him a passive that is like equivalent of like an R unit's passive is good enough. If you don't know what his passive is, it gives him 5% HP related stats for every sin. Garbage. And then when a sin hits an enemy, it lowers their attack rate stats by 2%. 2%. So let's say turn 1, you're doing everything. Then all enemies have 6% attack rate down. And then they kill you. Because he doesn't provide anything. Not only that, he has 2 cards. He has a card that is a single target pierce, that's pretty cool. And then it applies as mark of concentration or whatever it's called. And then he has a single target card that's this big whirlwind thingy that one-shots everything. Is what you think. It doesn't. Most of the time against like stronger opponents. And I can't imagine how bad he is when you don't have outfits for him. I watched Amazing use his, and his was like tickling enemies, but like that was an ungeared too. It's definitely like much worse in geared. In geared you're probably healing enemies with this cards. So I'm like legit hoping his like JP Korea, they complain so much that they have no choice but to buff him. No one would be opposed to him getting buffed. Like, just work better, right? Instead of 5% HP related stats for the sins, right, make it 10. Okay, so he has some health. Then that 20% damage reduction he has, make that different, right? And then and then that like snatchy thing he has. So the way it works is it scales off his ultimate. You do attack rate down on them, and then based on your ult level, you get attack rate up for himself. On 6-6, if you have like 500 debuffs on them, he gets 30% attack rate stats. Make that 50, like at least 50. I feel like, because he has to work so hard to get that. Right, you're not making it past turn 1 with Bond normally, and then also he sucks unless you have both his cards. So to do anything with him, you have to use 2 card slots. It's not a one, like, it's like the way you think about him is with 2 the 1 ultimate, or 2 perk melee, or 2 Mael, or 2 any other character, 2 Roxy cards even, would they have done more than his 1 card that takes up 2 slots in that sense? Yes. 99% of the time, yes. So there's no point in doing that. And he doesn't have any utility either. Right? If they made him like a sin support, that would have been cool. Right? If he buffed sins or something. But he like legit doesn't do anything. He just looks pretty. He looks pretty. He puts those non-existent debuffs on the enemy. And then that's it. Green Zeldris, I made that comparison in my video. With 1 debuff on all enemies, gives more stats, lowers their attack rate stats by 10% if he has this Holy Relic, has a dissolve card. He is doing infinitely more for any team than Bond on his best team. Like, there's no way. And then damage-wise, I mean, Bond's gonna beat him, obviously. But even then, I don't know, 2 cards? Nah, Pierce card does more damage. It's not a single target even. It would be nice, by the way, if we could get an SSR. I don't know if we lost the fight, but if we did, then unlucky. We're sitting through this. Right, like if he did something for the team, there's so much like they need to rework him to give like damage to all allies, right? Make his Pierce card, the one that applies the mark, make it AoE, okay? Because the thing lasts 2 turns to debuffs, the mark of concentration. So turn 1, you do the AoE, you do a single target, you might chunk someone down to low HP, or if you're super lucky and you're a whale and you're playing against someone that's free to play, 312 KCC OC Seafood, and I'm here with 400 KCC Seafood, I might one-shot him, right? Then, in just that scenario and no other, right? you could AoE, single target, kill someone, and then next turn, if you pull a single target, you don't have to, like, if you pull his, like, red single target, his, like, attack card, if you pull it without having the other one, it's useless. Because if you don't crit every hit, it doesn't do damage, right? But if the first skill was AoE, and you apply it to everyone, and because it lasts 2 turns, then if next turn you draw that single target, it's fine because they're still marked from your turn 1. And you can actually do stuff. Right? I don't know how... Like, I feel like he is worse than Liz on release. I feel like he's worse than Liz now. Like, the Goddess Liz, Light Liz. I feel like... Okay, what festivals do I think... well, let's go backwards, right? What festivals do I think before him are better than him? So, Mile is 100% better than him. Perk Melee is 100% better than him. The one Ultimate is better than him. Murden is better than him. Goddess Liz is better than him. I think I missed one. Oh yeah, Esther Rosa is definitely better than him too. Right, so the past 6 fests are better than him. Who came before Liz? What festival came before Liz? We have to do gems now. Before Liz, who was it? Was it just Diane? Really? Okay, Diane, better, right? Especially now the Holy Relic, much better. Trader Melee, better actually, somehow better. Chad King, better. Fest Gother, arguably, like, better, but it's hard to say. He's very niche. But when he actually does his drop, he does it much better than any drop Bond could do. So, I don't know. You know, and that's not the thing we want to see. What we want to see though is some dupes for him, right? So, game, if you could, like, stop rolling me. Yeah, right? So, like, you might disagree with some of them, but we both agree, like, at least 8 festivals before him are better than him, right? Right? 9. Actually, you have to, like, you can't argue with, like, 9. This guy, high key, is better. This guy does more. This guy is what Bond wished to be. He gives his team basic stats when they're debuffed, more than Bond could, like, wish for in his dreams. And then he gets crazy amount of stats himself for his boys. Like, he is what Bond wants to be. I mean, you know, Bond is not that guy. Also, bro, can we get any other rares? Like, we're just getting the same rares. Damn. Alright, last multi. I mean, I'll finish rotation. I just wanted to make this a video. I just wanted to turn this into a video. And I also want to rant about Bond without using him, because if I used him while ranting, I would have, like, ended all my sentences like midway, just to be, like, disappointed in what he does. Because he's so cool. His animations are so cool. The idea of him being a unit that combines the sins on the team is cool. But because the sins are so broken, they don't want to make him good. So he's like the equivalent of an R unit with buffed stats. And that doesn't make sense. He's worse. Like, that thing, the whole 2-card thing is so bad. They legit thought about turn 1 and then nothing else. Let's say, okay, turn 1, right? You do your funny debuff, you do your single target on someone, right? Now next turn, you draw his single target, the damaging one, the snipe one. What are you doing? Like, you actually can't use that card. And then what he's gonna... Okay, oh, guys, it's fine though. His allies are gonna inflict the enemies with 2% attack down. Oh, and if they do it like 2 more times, they'll be at like 8%, guys. You know, if they do it like every attack turn 1, then 2 times, you know, turn 3, they do it a couple times. Yeah. By then, Morgan has cleansed them. Perk Melee has cleansed himself. Can't lower the stats anyway. You've been disabled. You've probably killed. You have like 17 stacks of darkness on yourself. Chad King has put up a shield. Fesgoth has sealed your entire hand and gave his allies 25% attack rate stats. What is Bond doing? Like, Dia has stands up for 17 turns with 1 million health and red timer link and is giving allies damage and is healing them, lowering your ultimate. What is Bond doing? What is Bond doing in comparison? 5% HP related stats? Sheesh! He's actually so useless. He's so useless. Like, he should not be on here, bro. I said he should be darkness. He should be nothing. He shouldn't be in the game. They should have just made the LR Lost main the anniversary unit. Like, put him as the main unit on the banner. Boom, that's it. This guy is so sad. Okay, let's go. Okay, I'll go to all units, right? I'm closing my eyes right now. I'm doing a bit of this, right? Okay, put me back to the top. Right, let's do like, yeah. There you go. Okay, so I put me back to, well, whatever. Anyway, let's find a unit here, right? Eva Lilia, she supports catastrophes better, right? She gives all catastrophes that HP damage, right? And she has a dissolve card, and she does more damage than Bun. Like, what her single target doesn't require 2 skills to be active there. Right, Hendrickson gives all his IS 50% more damage on debuff cards, has great debuffs himself, has great synergy with so many other units, right? Arguably better than Ban. Okay? This guy is the same issue as Ban. He wants Sins, but they make him shit because they don't want Sins to be good somehow. This guy at his prime was better. I mean, right now, I'd argue he's unfortunately worse than Ban. Who would have thought? You know, Sariel better. He's a Link. He's a Link. He's better. Blue Tarmiel? Yeah, I'd say it's worse. I'd say it's worse. Ludo is more. We can't count units from this year. Units from this year are just gonna be so sorry I can. This guy makes everyone do so much more damage, but I wishes he could do that. Nah, 2023 unit doesn't count. I mean, she is literally better. Like, she's literally better. As a support and as a damage dealer, probably. Her stun card can hurt, I promise. That 220 on rank 1 is not a joke, okay? Oh, what? I thought it was 220. Oh, well, I guess they nerfed it, you know? They have to, because there's no way I was wrong. Hey, that 200% on rank 1, hey, kind of goes crazy. I can't lie. Right? Elad, I mean, okay, well, again, we get into some rough territory. If I go up here, I think every single unit here almost. Actually, this is like sort of in a funny way. But you get the point. Ban is just so sad. Like, I don't know what they were thinking of the design. And I really hope the Korean and Japanese people in the forum, they're just complaining enough to where they get changed. Because the global forums, like, there's no point. The global devs don't have any power of the game. All they do is translate and like change the numbers of like resources, right? They can give out resources and stuff, but they can't change units or anything. They can change a banner schedule and like, you know, get whipped by their bosses for it, but that's the most they could do. All right, so they can't change Ban. So we have to rely on the Koreans and the Japanese that talk to the people that actually develop this game. Hopefully we can make something happen. And hopefully by we I mean they. So anyway, yeah, whatever. Ban sucks. Catch you out video tomorrow, maybe. I might not upload. I might not record. I might just not care about Ban enough. We'll see. And I have a couple of videos I still want to try with him. I want to try him with Fest Gother. I want to try him with the Diane. Right. I want to try him. I want to trick people with fake Ban. I want to try him with green, like the Halloween Gother. Right, and I want to do another video with him and Ludo, because he was actually kind of cooking on that one, because Ludo's a good support, you know, unlike Ban. But yeah, that's it from me, boys. Good job.